I'm not trying to be disparaging in this comment, but... And here's Brantley, the man we've been talking about. Fantastic size. Oh, and some touch off the elbow as well.
And they're running more plays, excuse me.
Nice.
Heat trade for Raptors OG Anunoby in bold proposal. The Miami Heat are in hot pursuit of Damian Lillard, pun intended. Everyone around the NBA knows that Miami is interested in the star point guard. Moreover, it seems to be generally accepted that they'd be willing to move Tyler Herro to get him. Fair enough. The Heat are fresh off of an NBA Finals run, and Herro didn't participate. He was injured for their entire run to the Finals. Now, it's fair to question whether the Heat really need him. Could they be willing to move him for a player besides Lillard? We're not sure. Herro is a quality shot creator who's still young enough to improve. On the other hand, Herro is a volume scorer. That's a brand of basketball that has an inconsistent track record of producing wins. Could the Toronto Raptors flip OG Anunoby for Herro anyway? The trade proposal. Let's talk a little more about volume scorers. Some people love this archetype, and others hate it. The truth, as usual, is somewhere in the middle. Volume scorers can be among the best players in the NBA, and they can also be detrimental. Take Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns. At the beginning of his career, he was widely viewed as a losing player. Sure, Booker was talented, but how far can a team go with a scorer? Booker answered those questions resoundingly. Now, Jalen Green of the Houston Rockets faces the same scrutiny. On the other hand, Herro probably won't be as productive as Booker. He doesn't have the athletic gifts to match Green's upside. With that in mind, volume scorers who aren't elite can have a tendency to gum up a team's offense. Should the Raptors really acquire a player like Herro? Why the Toronto Raptors do the deal? Well, a team does need someone who can create in half-court sets. That's been an issue for the Raptors in recent years. This team has a lot of talent, but they struggle to score against a set defense. Herro has a knack for doing that. Meanwhile, it's not as if the Raptors would be building around him. If this team is rebuilding, the offense will run through Scotty Barnes, and Herro would be a perfect complement to him. If they're simply retooling, Herro is a complement to both Barnes and Pascal Siakam. This is a player who fills a need for the Raptors, whether he's your preferred archetype or not. Meanwhile, the Raptors are landing an unprotected first as well. Anunoby is the most impactful player in this deal, so the Raptors need extra compensation. Should the Heat give so much up for Anunoby?
Held Miami to 16 third-quarter points, grabbed the lead, and the Jazz have not looked back, maintaining the double-digit lead, and Brantley finally fills it up. He said that physicality, that type of play is something that he's going to have to be better against.
Well, you have to credit Miami and the number of defenders they can put on him, right?
Forrest will try and get them back on track here in the half court as the shot clock's under 5. Forrest, nice change of direction, gets around Strus to finish. 97.